as we go into the first bout on this evening's card to go a distance of 3 rounds of 2 minutes in the lightweight amateur division. That's 61 kilograms. Introducing to you first, he'll be fighting out of the blue corner, standing 1.68 meters tall, weighing in at 60.7 kilograms. Making his amateur debut and fighting out of top gym, please welcome Nabeel Varachia. And now to introduce his opponent, standing 1.5 meters tall and working out of the red corner, weighing in at 59.8 kilograms with a record of no wins against a single loss, fighting out of Thaiholics, please welcome Ncube.
Protect yourself, listen to me at all times. Understood? Such gloves, go back to your corners. Ready? Ready? Ready to go? Fighters ready! Let's fight!
Feeding.
Both fighters are very game straight from the bell. Nobody is the one.
Don't hold the ropes, don't hold the ropes.
Some good clinch work here, good control. Always got to watch out for elbows in that clinch. You got to eliminate arms.
So besides the obvious difference, amateur having the headgear, in terms of rule sets,
Don't hold the
is there
ropes.
anything that is much different from pro-am to pro?
Just the padding. Basically, all the rules are
Don't hold
exactly
the
the same.
ropes,
It's
don't
just
hold
if
the
you've got elbow pads and shin pads, that's basically it, and the headgear.
Alright. Bring them up, bring them up. Come,
10
come up.
seconds to
Come on,
the
come on.
end of the bell. The opening round of TFP 3, the Continental Collision.
There's
And
a
there
good
we go,
first round.
end of the round.
A good busy first round. Pushing the pace. That's the thing with the amateurs is you've got 2 minutes and you've got to do as much work as you can in those 2 minutes. You don't have time to find a rhythm. You've got to get at it.
Care to break down that first round's action and possibly pick a winner of that opening round?
You know what? It's when you're judging these events, I'm either looking at it as a commentator or I'm looking at it as a judge. So currently looking at it as a commentator, I'm not going to judge.
Well, I'm going to keep pressuring you into giving me an answer by the end of the night, and you're definitely going to, especially as we approach the beef of the card. You know, it's going to get hotter and heavier from here on in. You know, there's always that kind of feeling in the air of impending doom for anyone, because as anybody in the fight game might understand, and I'm pretty sure you can back it up, would you venture to say Muay Thai is the most dangerous of all forms of stand-up
Seconds
combat?
out.
Well, it's definitely utilize the most weapons, and you know one of the things about Muay Thai is you get scored for being aggressive and going forward. So yeah, I definitely say it's definitely one of the most entertaining sports to watch.
The fighters are set. Round
behind
number
the
2.
pole.
We're about to get underway here. TFP 3, the Continental Collision. Grand West Casino and Entertainment World is
Round
exactly
two.
where we
Fighters
are right
ready.
now, coming at you
Fight.
live across the world. Thanks to things like YouTube, which is where everybody who's not in attendance is watching right now, and we welcome you. And thank you very much for paying attention to us and our little show.
Nabeel using his range very well, using his teep and his jab to maintain distance. Very important in Muay Thai. Beautiful, long, rangy. That's it. Keep your opponent away from you so he can't use his knees and elbows. Good forward movement, forward pressure. That forward pressure is very important in Muay Thai.
Okay,
Very important
okay.
to go forward and show that you're being aggressive.
Was that as
Time,
much
time,
of a
time,
trip as it might have been just off balance and a fall, or something happened
No, that
at
was
the
a
same
sweep.
time?
He basically off balancing, but that counts. That's scored.
Someone.
Brian Ncube making all of the moves, coming forward, putting pressure on Varachia, and the crowd is very much in it. They've
don't hold the
missed
ropes,
being at
don't
live
hold the
sports in South Africa for a very long time.
Nabeel definitely finding his rhythm now. Definitely finding his rhythm and way more active.
All right, boys, break it up.
Bit of a
Up,
rabbit
up, up,
punch
up.
behind the head. I'm sure the referee's breaking him up just because of that infraction.
Fight.
Nabeel needs to maintain range. There we go. Stick to what he was doing well.
Ncube brings
Very good
Varachia
inside
down
game.
with a knee to the stomach. Varachia is in trouble.
3,
It was a very, very nice
4,
inside game in the clinch there, landing
5,
some solid knees in the clinch.
6,
He's taking a very
7,
long count, his hands
8.
up on the
You're
ropes.
good to go. Are you good to go? Let's go. Let's
Nubeel
go.
needs to maintain this pressure. That knee to the body definitely took it out of him.
It was pinpoint, surgical, and Nube is back on
See
the
him
attack.
going straight for those knees to the body again. Very nice.
Varachia down for the second time in round number 2.
1, 2,
I think it's one of the most neglected offenses in the
4,
sport. Body work, knees to the
5,
body, punches to the body.
6,
Make that body
7,
tired.
8.
Liver
Are you
and
good to
spleen,
go?
the two
Are you good to
gigantic
continue?
off
You good?
switches which are located
Fight
in
is
the
ready.
midriff.
Let's go.
100%.
And it's paralyzing, it's crippling, and oftentimes
Protect yourself.
it takes a while to set in. But Nube is not giving Varachia anything to breathe about.
Break, break, break. Break, 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 break.
That was
break,
a
break,
knee
break.
to the face.
Okay.
Varachia makes it out of round number 2.
Very good round from Nube. I think Varachia needs to either control the distance and not let Nube get inside and use those knees, because that's where he's really doing damage. He went from a rangy fighter to fighting well inside, doing a lot of damage with those knees.
Dropped twice in round number 2. It's going to be a difficult way to come back from that in a 3-rounder. 2 minutes a round, there's not a lot of time left at all. Just 2 minutes after this when they meet back in the middle. Let's see if Varachia can pick himself together and give us a good, strong showing to the end of the 3rd round.
This is where you find out who you are. This is what the sport really, really does for people, is you find out where and how far you can come. When you come down from that and the body's tired and you're exhausted, it's digging deep and coming out and having to fight again. Takes a lot of heart.
Seconds out.
2 17-year-olds learning their trade as they go along. They're obviously looking to make a name for themselves in the sport. And, win or lose at this level, this is where it all begins. And a loss can never be reflected on badly because, you're doing something very new to you for one of the first times in your life, unless you've been doing it in Thailand since you were 3 years old.
100%. I always find losses
Ready?
can be the best
Go.
thing ever.
Here we go, round number 3.
Yeah, Varachia needs to control that range. He can't let Nube get inside and use those knees. Nice check.
Nube going with the right hook upstairs. Nube going back to that ribcage once again.
Yeah, very well. Varachia needs to focus on straight punches. He's throwing too many looping shots, allowing Nube to
Varachia-
get inside.
He is hurt. He was hurt.
There was a shot behind the head there.
And he drops to the ground for the 3rd time in this fight.
There was a little bit of an illegal shot behind the head.
He kicked him. Kicked him when he was down.
Let's
Just
see what
watch,
the ref says.
Referee experienced Nuran Uddin. She's a former fighter who's now applying her trade as a referee and a judge.
Hands up the rope.
She's been there before. She's done it all. One of the more
Ready?
fearsome female fighters that have
Go.
come out of the Western Cape in a very long time.
Nube is staying very composed. Varachia needs to use his longer range. He's got to use his teep more. Keep Nube away from him. He's got to use that teep and the jab. Get out of there. He needs to get out of there.
Varachia is being dictated to in terms of which side of his ribs are going to get more action because he's in range. Nube has been so impressive in the second fight of his on TFP. He really looks like he's come in a different fighter from the first time we saw him.
Yeah,
Obviously making his debut back at TFP 2, the recruitment.
Yeah, Varachia in survival mode at the moment. He's just trying to survive the round, make it to the end.
Down all the ropes.
Those knees to the body have definitely taken their toll.
Break, 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 break. Break, break. Spike.
A couple seconds remaining. And there we go.
Hey.
End of the fight. Great opening bout for TFP 3.
Very, very nice fight. Good action. Some good skills.
Ladies and gentlemen, that opening bout goes the distance of 3 rounds, and we go to the judges' scorecards. Your winner, coming by way of unanimous decision victory, fighting out of the red corner and Thaiholics, Brian Ncube.
Watching the ocean with you, baby, up with a slow motion crew, and we up in our clouds when people change, but not us, and we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun, could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibe.